He joins us now with more. Senator, I'm glad to see this happen.
Yeah.
Censure, every Republican that was there voted for it yesterday. Democrats shut it down. Right. Never before has this happened in an impeachment inquiry. Closed doors. They won't let a Republican read a transcript without a minder. And God forbid they get a copy of it.
Yeah, so this resolution puts the Senate on record condemning the House for the future of the presidency. We cannot allow future presidents and this president to be impeached based on an inquiry in the House that's never been voted upon, that does not allow the president to confront the witnesses against him, call witnesses on his behalf, and cross-examine people who are accusing him of misdeeds. All I'm asking is give Donald Trump the same rights as Richard Nixon and Bill Clinton had when it comes to impeachment. And I'm insisting that Donald Trump be given the same rights every American has if you're given a parking ticket. To confront the witnesses against you can't be based on hearsay. And here's the point of the resolution. Any impeachment vote based on this process, to me, is illegitimate, is unconstitutional, and should be dismissed in the Senate without a trial.
Okay, now let's walk through how that gets done. How do you dismiss it without a trial? All of what you're saying is true. Newt Gingrich will join us in a minute. He will explain to us in detail every consideration. Look, I'll quote you in this whole thing. You said the cornerstone of America's jurisprudence, due process. You said the right to confront your accuser, call witnesses on your behalf, challenge the accusations against you. None of that is happening in the House of Representatives. And where are your fellow senators? I'd like to see them sign your letter.
Well, it's going to be a resolution. I hope to have a vote on it. I hope I can get, it'd be great to have 100. Can you imagine if Republicans were doing this to a Democratic president? This whole, this opening statement by Bill Taylor today, everybody is breathless. Here's a question. Why does the president of the Ukraine deny there's a quid pro quo? What do you know that he doesn't know? Why did the president of the Ukraine say during the phone call, I didn't know aid was suspended? And the president of the Ukraine, the alleged victim of all this, denies that there was a quid pro quo. He didn't feel threatened by the president of the United States. That only happens if you can confront the witnesses against you. This process in the House is being conducted behind closed doors. Republicans are being shut out. And if you had an inquiry vote, that allows Republicans and the president to call witnesses and to confront people accusing the president of misdeeds. That's what happened with Clinton. That's what happened with Nixon and Andrew Johnson. This is un-American at its core. What the House of Representatives is doing is a process of political revenge. It is alien to American due process. It should be dismissed quickly in the United States Senate. So what would happen if they impeach the president based on this closed door, behind the scenes, lack of due process inquiry? We should dismiss it without a trial because it's illegitimate on its face. And if it is allowed to stand, there's no protection for future presidents.
When the president says, and we went over this in my opening monologue tonight, when the president says, can you do me a favor? Now, we've identified hundreds of times. That happens to be one of the president's transition phrases, and we have the tape. Can you do me a favor? Then he talks about the 2016 election interference of Ukraine, confirmed by Politico, January 11th, 2017. Isn't also one of his constitutional duties, his sworn oath, to faithfully execute the laws of the land? And I just heard everyone so upset about election interference with Trump and Russia. I would think they'd be on board wanting to help Trump get to the truth. But that's not the case, is it?
Not one Democrat has suggested that President Trump is being treated unfairly when it violates every basic principle of due process. We gave about $400 million a year to the Ukraine in aid. So here's the question. Is the Politico article accurate? Is somebody looking at DNC involvement with Ukraine in 2016 as they looked at Trump and Russia? Somebody needs to do that. So it's not unfounded for the president to be concerned about Ukrainian interference in our election if you believe the Politico article. But here's the point. We're talking about impeaching the president of the United States, destroying a mandate from the people, a political death sentence, and he is not entitled to know who his accusers are. He can't call a witness on his behalf, and he can't cross-examine those who are coming forward, and it's all done behind closed doors without public scrutiny. This is illegitimate.
Thank you, sir. I hope the rest of the Senate follows you.